there really are only two macro level motivators that we have in life, and that's pleasure and pain. And so what I want people to understand is, okay, so if nature only gave you two things to motivate you, pleasure and pain, why would you eliminate half of them?
You know, at this core of what we are is just like pure possibility. Like we can move in many directions with the kind of inborn talents of what it means to be a human being.
It is so important that you encourage yourself, because in this day and time, in this day of social media, in this day where you are bombarded with negativity constantly, every minute, every second, no matter, you don't even have to look for it. It'll find you, and you carry it on your person. Sometimes it's in a pocket close to your heart. You pull your phone out and there it is, close to your heart. You have got to encourage yourself and protect yourself from all the negativity, because if you let all of that in, it's very hard to find yourself worthy, find yourself believing and knowing that you can.
You have to understand that your greatest commodity, not your shoes, not your car, not your clothes, it's your mind, son. Your mind is the most important thing you have, and you got to control it. Make sure if you're not aware, you're hanging out with people who are aware. So when we ask you to practice, don't think we try to hurt your feelings. When we ask you to practice, we're not tripping on trying to hurt you. When we tell you to practice, we understand that life gonna bust you in your mouth.
Because people don't realize just how much that stuff shapes them. You know, well, I'm black, so that means this, or I'm white and that means this, or I'm Asian, or I'm a Catholic, or I'm a Jew, or I'm a core driver, sit there. And again, even being a part of a larger group, like military man, police officer, you know, this. So we have these labels, and now, because they're the things that really can help either block someone's possibility or, you know, unleash it in many ways. We see it at the Olympics, where someone who's coming out of nowhere, but now because they're wearing the red, white, and blue on their back, or the red and white from Canada, or the wherever from somewhere else, they just level up because of what it means to now represent their country. Other people, conversely, I can't use it with them because I've worked with well over 100 Olympians. That actually crushes their performance.
It's just too much weight.
It's too much, or they actually don't care. Some people don't care. Like that's not meaningful to them that they're an American or a Canadian or a Brit or an Aussie, whatever the case. So that's the core drivers. And then outside of that, I call it the belief layer. So that's where your attitudes, your perceptions, your beliefs about you or the world around you sit. Okay. This is all shaping that identity, and it's shaping it in the different areas of our life, in the roles that we play. That of an entrepreneur, that of a parent, father, husband, wife, lover, brother, sister, mom, like all those we have. And that's why it's important that we sort of peel away the layer, or peel away and show that, no, you've got many identities and we can shape you. No, you get to shape yourself because you're doing it anyway. I'm not explaining anything to anyone that is not grounded in gravity. Like it's real, it's truth. We have many identities. We just don't think about it. But I'm trying to build awareness so that people can see it and they go, oh, because once you build the awareness, all bets are off with people. Because now human beings are grounded in rituals, and it's almost like an honoring ceremony. Because what I want you to do is I don't want you to dishonor the memory or the spirit of whatever or whoever it is that you are activating by not truly acting through the qualities of that individual. It helps to send a signal through your entire electrical system that something different is happening. Now, I want people to track this. Are there some things that you've got some internal combustion over right now that you're resisting against because you have a tough time seeing yourself do it, despite the fact that you want to manifest it? You want to pursue that entrepreneurial career. You want to pursue that acting or that singing, or you want to get out there.
Those dreamers in here who are trying to build a dream. Everything seems to be going fine, and all of a sudden you hear something. There's a rumbling. Something is happening that is trying to distract you. You see the knife, you see the wood, you see the fire. You've got anxiety. You can't sleep. You're tossing and turning all night long, wondering what is going on. God, what is going on in this moment? What is going on? What is happening right now? I've been there. It's a very difficult place when you know that you've got anxiety all over you. What do you do in this moment, though? Now that you know you're not the sacrifice, what do you do? How do you get past it? How do you get past this anxiety? How do you rest? How do you have peace? What do you do? So that's what I mean by digging deeper in your life, that there are times when you've just got to go deeper. Just when you're invested in something and you feel that strongly, this is what God has for you, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and it's as second nature to you as breathing is. Wow. When you know, it's like nobody tells you to breathe. So this gift, this thing is in you, and nobody has to tell you or encourage you about it, even though you have to encourage yourself. It's always there. My favorite thing about the mantra of the studio is a place where even dreams believe, because there was a time when Joseph, right? Yeah. Was in everything was falling apart in his life, sure. And the dream had to believe for him. So I believe that there are moments where your dream will come through other people and encourage you. Hey, have you ever thought about that? Or you're riding down the street. I was pulling out a studio the other day, and I was just a little overwhelmed and everything. And there's this big, huge graffiti sign on a train. Says, trust God, pray. Don't stop until you get it.
And sometimes you might be that 4 inches away from what you're believing for.
That's right. That's right.
Does everybody have a dream? Does everyone have the potential for that kind of thing? Do you believe everyone has that?
I believe so. I do. I truly believe that. I think everybody has a dream. And sometimes the dreams are just, they may be small to some, but huge to them. I think everybody has it. And I think society and life and circumstances will beat it out of you, smother it, and take all the oxygen out of it and make you believe that you can. And it takes a strong person with a strong will and a strong knowledge of who they are, of understanding being worthy and understanding what God says about you to keep going to make that happen. If I went through this and I made it to a higher level, even though I feel like there's higher for me to go, if I made it, you can too. What is your higher? What is your higher in your life? What is the next step in love and finances and family and friendships and whatever? What is that for you? Whatever that is for you, reach for that. Pray for that, strive for that, fast for that, ask God for that. Don't stop pushing until you get to that. That's what I want people walking away with, that kind of encouragement.
I need you to be aware of your surroundings. I need you to be aware of your teacher. 50% of your problems are over once you know what the problem is. You gotta switch. What do I do, God? Do the opposite of what you're doing. Go to school. Make a commitment. Let me tell y'all something. I'm being 100. I made a commitment to that girl at 19 years old, and what I didn't understand is you make one commitment in your life, it's that much easier to make commitments in. When you make a commitment to somebody and you're able to stick with that commitment, only by the grace of God, but by the grace of God, not commit adultery. When you start making a commitment in one area, it becomes that much easier to make a commitment in school, and it becomes that much commitment. Okay, first it was my girl, then my kids. And then it was easy to make a commitment to school. It was easy to make a commitment to writing a book. It was easy to commit to becoming a motivational speaker. And it was easy to commit to doing a dissertation.